Hello,
How'd you been called
welcome to
Hunchback?
another video. Today it's a league racing video around Belgium. This is in WR. I haven't done a WR video before because I was just doing PSGL, but since PSGL is now ended because of F1 Esports starting, I thought I would do WR instead, and I've come up with an idea on what to do as well. Probably gonna do a duo last to first with a couple different people, just as like a funny video. Try and make it into like a series or something, but for now it's league racing, and as you know by the title, this is my first league race on new rig, Placey Ultimate. So yeah, coming into this, obviously I got this about a day before this race, so confidence was really quite bad. But Belgium has been a good track for me in the past. Felt very fast around here in the past, but on new equipment
My God.
it's quite hard to get up to speed. You see me complaining in the background as I was struggling with FPS. It was quite bad because for some reason it might have been because I was streaming or something, but I didn't really know. As I was 13-1 coming to last, which isn't very good, as I'm still complaining. But yeah, it's on for a banker lap that just get a time on the board, nothing special, but it's also not completely horrendous. On for a .3 at the moment, so you get the last chicane pretty okay. Not getting it straight very fast, but it'll do. So .385, which it's not very fast, but it's a lap on the board. So it'll do. But now onto my second lap as pretty much matching, go slightly up through the first sector, but as I come through Les Combes, getting that nicely, but then cutting a bit too much on the inside, and then missing that, and 400 start up, but invalid, so obviously it's not going to count. But I decided to carry on for a couple corners, see how much time there was. You see here, a tenth and a half up now, because I'm still struggling for frame rate at this point, because I think it's to do with the stream, but not 100%.
Why are you braking?
But now starting my last lap, my tyres,
Why?
as you see here,
Yeah, that's it.
like Floris was going really slowly with no one in front.
Hurry up, Flourish, you're useless.
That's what I'm saying there. He's not, it's just in the heat at the moment. I got a bit frustrated because now my tyres going into turn 1 are very cold, but this is my fastest lap. As you see, going down into turn 1 just after the white line on the floor.
Thank you so much, Flourish. Jesus Christ.
Slightly down because I had colder tyres starting my lap.
Always the VSR driver.
I'm still angry. So yeah, but up Orouge and Radion onto this straight. I don't know what it's called, but
I'm still not even up.
La Source, no, Les Combes, sorry, is coming up. It's a .12 first, and that's quite slow. But getting that nicely, sending it through there. Missing that with a lot of understeer, but gained a lot of time now, 10th up as we go down to Bruxelles, I want to say, but yeah. That was pretty nice. And then through No Name, yeah, pretty good again. So nearly 2 tenths up, so we're looking for a .1, .0 at the moment. As we fling it through Pouon nicely through there, gain another half a tenth. So on for a decent lap here. But also, sorry, decent middle sector. The lap time isn't too fast at the moment. So yeah, 9:12 going into the last sector is, yes, considering I'll take it because it's just on a new rig and everything is like getting used to it. As I'm still angry at the end of the lap. But yeah, into the bus stop. Braking just after 100 meters down to third, clip that apex, and then get good rotation for the second part. That was pretty decent. Got the traction down to 41.094, which is provisional pole, but now we have Danny Moreno, Jarno Opmeer in here, so I was pretty confident that was not going to be pole. As Kanakinchi comes through the final corner, goes P2, and Jarno,
Jan is flying.
as I say, Jarno's flying, runs a bit out wide on the curb, and he just pips off by just over 300ths for pole.
E6. Oh my god.
My god, Flores.
As John butts in there and says P6.
I'm such a bottle.
And I had like 85-degree tyres.
Wait, where
But
did
yeah,
you go?
there you go.
Oh my god.
Jarno on pole, me in second, Samuel Bean third, Kanakinchi, Michael Romanidis, John Evans, Ulas Azildrum, Thomas Harvey, Tom
Are we not
Martinez, Ruben Pedrano in the top 10.
Did a 160. Nice.
So
Good evening.
I was pretty happy with that, although I didn't sound very happy. It
If
was
I
a
load in, you see
decent
I've got 16%
lap considering
tyres.
what
Oh shit,
happened
it's formation.
at the
I can't
start.
even remember what front wing I
But I'm going
I've
to
got-
skip
what's your
through
tyre
the
weight, Jake?
formation lap.
Why is my
Oh,
front
um,
68 degrees?
Just
Jake,
so nothing happens, you weave to get your tyres up to
As
temperature.
if you.
That is
Why
about
is my
it.
front left 50
As John doesn't
degrees?
shut up. But now onto the race. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and away we go. Getting a decent start, pretty equal to Jarno. Jarno gets a slightly better. We're going to use the space around the outside to carry momentum and then get on the power early, just so we can cover off Samuel Bean as we do. Turn off ERS in a second because no one can overtake Up or Rouge anyway, so just might as well save it. And then back on for the long straight up to Lacombe, as Samuel Bean's really close, but I just want to use Jarno here. Hopefully he defends the inside so I can go around the outside and just keep my position as he does. We just keep the position pretty easily there. But as always, I'll show the first lap, just seeing how things pan out, just settling into it. And at the moment it's, well, I mean, we've done about 4 corners, so I can't really say anything. As I say there, lag. This whole race I was really struggling for FPS, so you might hear a bit of moaning and stuff because yeah, it's really off-putting when you're trying to drive at this level behind Jarno up here and trying to keep a good pace with small screen freezes just always happening. It's a bit annoying, but yeah, it's what it is. But now onto the back straight. I actually got told that Jarno was holding up the field a bit, just so, like, because Danny Moreno, I'm not sure if it was tactics, because him and Danny Moreno obviously in the Mercedes, because Mercedes F1 esports drivers, so that's fair enough, they get that. Hence why I'm now in the McLaren for the rest of the season. But it's fair enough, because they're the 2 esports drivers, so yeah. And the McLaren's still a really good car, so I'll take it. But Danny Moreno actually went for the Ultra Strat. I think he started P15 or P16. So not the ideal position for him, but obviously being Danny Moreno, his pace is insane, so definitely he could still be a factor at the end of the race. But now at the end of lap 2, Jarno just controlling the pace. I'm just sitting in behind, just waiting. But now I saw the opportunity to really just control the pace, hopefully, and just run my own race. So I decided I wanted to go for the move on Jarno. You see only 4 tenths behind, and DRS is massive around this track. You see the massive straight, you get slipstream through here, and then DRS up the whole straight. Up Eau Rouge and Radion. You see only 3.5 tenths behind, so I haven't even started opening DRS yet. But Samuel Bean, I thought, might try and follow through, so I decided to get it done quite early rather than waiting and overtaking into Lacombe. But he didn't in the end, and Jarno keeps his P2. So at this point I was just going to see how it is, how the pace is, and Jarno being Jarno, you can't shake him like over half a second. He's just too good to do that. You see here 4 tenths behind. I use a bit because I just want Samuel Bean not to overtake me, but I know at this point Jarno's going to overtake an easy move and get back into the lead. But again, I'm using just so Samuel Bean can't get past. But now Jarno, easy move down the inside, and Samuel Bean's coming fast. That's what I was saying. I didn't want him to overtake as well. But Yano here, easy move up into the lead. And at the moment, it's just plain sailing. I think that's the word. Everyone's just waiting. So, oh my, that was a bit close. And he went into the back of Yano there. But now at this point, I see Samuel being 2 tenths behind. I'm using, and he's gaining on me. So that indicates to me that he is wanting to go for a double move on Yano. And Yano wants to keep P2 ideally, but you see here the DRS, ERS is too strong. Samuel Bean goes down inside of Yano, we go down the inside of Yano as well, and Yano drops 2 places, but I knew at this point that literally means nothing. But at the end of lap 7, you see here Samuel Bean behind gets a drive-through penalty for speeding on the safety car, so that's unfortunate for him, but that's also good for me because that creates a gap to Yano. But coming through Blanchimont, I decided I'm going to pit this lap, and looking back on it, I really regret it because it just wasn't a very good decision at all. Yes, I'm going to get an undercut on Yano, but yeah, the tyres just aren't going to be very good at the end, and yeah, it just wasn't a very good decision to pit now, but yeah, it is what it is. As we get held, nope, we don't get held actually, by Ulas, and we're going to come back out comfortably ahead of John Evans. Yeah, John behind in P11. P12 now as Michael goes past as he undercutted on lap 6, so we're going to get an easy move back on him because, again, we're only 2 tenths behind going up Horizon Radeon. Don't need to use anything, 80% ERS, so easy move down the inside and into Lake Com and take back the racing line and take it normally. As I get a big snap there. And this is quite crucial because I didn't know, Yano's known for going longer in his tyres and preserving them really well, so I kind of knew Yano was going to go 2 extra laps than me, at least, to have the much better tyres at the end, and that'll be pretty crucial for him because he's going to be lightning at the end. Same with Danny Moreno, who's coming through the field really well. He's already like the net alternate strategy runner, so yeah, he's going to be a big factor at the end of this race as well. But now, up behind Samuel Bean, he's got the drive through. No, he hasn't. He's back on softs though, old softs that he's got to pit on because he got that drive through penalty. So yeah, it's unfortunate for him because he's on looking like he was going to get a good result, but it is what it is, and it is frustrating. But yeah, it's just a lack of concentration, and you're screwed in the Formula 1 games. The Easy, he pits. Kanakinchi is pitting as well. And the alternate strategy runners, Felipe Sosa, the first one of them, 10 seconds ahead. And now 9.5 seconds ahead. So I run really deep. Oh, that is horrendous, but it is what it is. Michael got a penalty. And Yano pits at the end of lap 9, start lap 10. So it'll be interesting to see where he comes out. So I look behind, he's out behind John, I think. Yeah, he's out behind John. But I'll skip on to lap 12. Yano was just sat in behind, saving his ERS for a charge to the front, which is Yano. So even if he left it down to the last lap, you still have him in the back of your head if he's going to make a move on you or not. But Michael wanted to get a move done on me now as DRS is OP. You see here, the overspeed is crazy, and John Yano behind, just waiting in behind really. And now at this point I was feeling a bit more confident the screen freezers had gone, and I was really close to Michael. I could get a move done, and I started tyre saving a little bit. You see behind, John's getting really close as I missed the apex like a noob. John's really close, so this kind of forces me into making a move on Michael. And as soon as I saw Delta going down, John getting close, I knew he was using. So Upper was going to use the DRS and then turn it off because he started losing. And then it looks like it's going to be a double overtake for me and John. As I go back to the racing line, John just settles in behind. We take that racing line again. Yano still just waiting in behind. Just waiting for his opportunity, and I actually let John go because with Yano and Danny coming, I really wanted to just sit behind, save tyres and save ERS. But you see Yano's on a charge. He's seen Danny behind on his fresh softs and he needs to get a move on. But I've got as much ERS as he does, so defending should be okay. Unless I do something stupid, as we come through Lacombe nicely, just going a bit wide, and then missing that apex, and then Yano gets down the inside, and yeah, that was just a... It wasn't even that
He's just too smart.
It just wasn't even that I wasn't concentrating, it's just... He just did a really good move, he just goes for it when you don't expect it, and yes, fair enough. But that was really frustrating, because now I'm right under pressure from Danny, and he's going to be so much faster on those tyres, so there's not really much I can do here. Danny's just going to be so close, and there's just, yeah, there's nothing you can do on those soft tyres. He's going to be rapid. You see I'm using to try to stay ahead, but he is on the fresher tyres, fresher softs. He's using again because he wants to get this move done to get up to the back of Yano and try and overtake. As we leave room down the inside, and then he goes for a switchback. So yeah, really good move from him. And then I really want to keep this position, but you see it going into turn one. I nearly clattered into the back of Yano, so I had to back out of it really early. Because otherwise that would have ended in tears and it wouldn't be ideal. But you see ahead, the Mercedes starting to make a little bit of a gap to John, and I knew this would be my opportunity to get in and hopefully fight Yano for the win, because at this point Danny's got 6 seconds of penalties and wouldn't really be in the fight for the win because he's only got 2 laps to pull 6 seconds. So you see, I've got more ERS and I knew this than John, because he had been battling a few laps before. So Upper Rouge going to use. See his red light flashing, but he's still got good straight line speeds, and I'm still using. And I wish I kept the ERS on for slightly longer. And I go to the inside and just yeah, I lock the rears, and yeah, it's frustrating looking back on it as I nearly turn into Tom there. But yeah, that's one thing. I think the 2 things I need to work on really is delivering a lap under pressure, because I really don't think on PC I've been delivering good lap times yet. And just cutting out like silly mistakes like that. Like, I just need to be a bit more patient, but yeah, nothing you can do now. Just gotta get a good result and carry on, because I can still get decent points out of this. If there's like a crash ahead or something goes on, as I'm pushing up to like a Tom now, as Tom lets me go down the inside at Blanchimont, he just backs out of it in the end. And up behind Thomas Harvey now, who should be an easy move, being out of the DRS zone and 2 tenths behind literally. And if there's a crash up ahead, we can even get more points out of this. So let's come through here. Just going to try and overtake Thomas Harvey here. it'll be a simple move up I think it's the Kettle Straight, I might be wrong. But yeah, easy move on Thomas there. I think there was actually a crash. Louis Welch and someone. So up to P8 with Ulas Isildrum on a 3-second penalty. So we could be looking at a P7 finish here. After spinning and being completely out in P11, a P7 to recover to in 2 laps is really good. So although it could have been a lot more, the performance and the pace, I feel like it's really going to get there
Oh, the underside.
on the new rig, and it being like just a lot more comfortable to drive in, rather than leaning forwards and no backward support on the other one. And I feel like there's a bigger ceiling, like just consistency and everything you can get to. So
That's what you get for being impatient.
I say that it's what you get for being impatient. Saying that to myself, just going for a silly dive. But yeah, it looks like we're on for P7 here. Unless people ahead have penalties. Daniel Moreno finishes first on track, but it's Jarno Ottmer who wins. No surprises, just a unit. But it's actually P6 because Michael got 6 seconds of penalties as well. So to recover to P6 after that, it's not really at all a bad race. The main thing is the pace is getting better, and I'm just feeling a bit more confident on the rig. He said John Evans getting P2, Daniel Moreno P3 of the penalties, Joe Hannon, Luke Smith, myself
Yeah.
in the top
I'm
6.
sorry.
I say
yeah,
to
I
John
thought you were
there,
gonna come in.
No.
I'm sorry,
You know, you didn't affect me.
because that was my
I
fault.
feel bad for you. You got blown up.
But yeah, I'm going to
What did you
try
do?
post
I didn't even realise
a
you got
couple
spun
more
round with
videos
Luke told
in
me.
the meantime. But yeah, that's it, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.